Right now, you can get that line at minus 24.5.
Oh my. Oh, we coming to you live right now.
Coming to you live.
Let's do it, JB.
Say what?
Let's do it.
I'm sitting here looking at my other monitor, and even though it's probably coming live. Oh, before we get started, if we are live, let me see. Joe, you didn't send your email this week about the PGA?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Joey.
I sent it out. I
know.
All I know is I can tell Buttons that me and Chris, we coming. He had a nice little lead, but we right there on his tail now.
Yeah,
I even missed a week.
Yeah, because you would probably be up pretty big if you had at least 300 or 400 right on a normal week that you would score.
It said my connection. You sure it went live, Joey? I don't think so.
Yeah,
it said live.
Yeah,
it said it was on.
It's still on because I'm looking at my thing and it's not on.
Not on. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We live. We live. We live.
All right, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me see.
They're trying to make it a game right now.
Man, ain't no game. It's over. Vince Carter him, Joey.
The time over.
It's over, man.
Now the line's at 23.5.
Oh, it just went down. Okay.
It's moving. Get on it now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it. There's one person watching. Let me click on it. Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay.
Now the line's at 23.5.
There's 23.5.
Get on it now.
Hold on, I gotta call somebody live. Hold on.
Is this Peter Brown that you're gonna call?
No, that's a surprise person for y'all.
62. It's not even like OKC is scoring that much. They're just, 88's not bad, but
let's see if he answers. He may not answer.
Is that C double?
What does that say, JV?
C double, where you at, man? You live. Hey, y'all, it's C double's birthday today.
Man, happy birthday,
C-Dub. Happy birthday, C-Dub. Appreciate you. Happy birthday, young bro. How old are you today, C-Double?
Man, I am blessed.
He blessed, huh? Well,
yes, sir.
C-Double, I see you in the house. You in the house chilling. What you doing, eating?
No, I've already eaten. I'm chilling. I'm kind of waiting, for like 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I was watching some YouTube videos before I switch back to the game.
Hey, don't switch back. It's over.
Don't bother. Vince Carter that thing.
It's Vince Carter, baby. It's Vince Carter.
You just keep holding people at bay.
Hey, and C-Double, did Joey contact you about setting your line in baseball?
He did send a message.
Okay.
I had to call him, Chris.
Just had to double check, man, because I told him to send that message to you because I was like, "What's going on here?"
It's all good. It's a process.
It's a process, yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, we ain't gonna hold you, man. Enjoy the rest of your birthday, man. I want to give you a birthday shout out on the show live tonight, man.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
All right, gone. C-Dub.
He doesn't want to drop any Anthony Edwards stuff right now after what he's seeing. He'll keep that to himself.
Nah, C-Dub, he's chilling, man.
He's like, I'll just watch YouTube videos.
C-Dub got to be reserved when he be on the show, man, because he'll go in here and start cussing and act like he don't got no sense.
He did join us once, remember?
Yeah.
He just
Joey, don't talk with your mouth full, man. What's wrong with you? Joey's tickled,
cracking
man.
up.
Joey is tickled, man. He's tickled.
What were you laughing at, Joey?
Remember when when CB did join, he just sat there.
He was just like on it, watching
But I'm
YouTube.
wondering if he figured it. I better be quiet because JB's gonna end up kicking me off.
He knows better.
You gotta learn your place, man. You can't just come on the show.
JB, he's like George going through the soup Nazi line. He knew better.
Yeah.
He was like, he just hurried it up. He didn't.
I know that one.
Oh, you do know that one, Joe.
I know that one.
Remember, George was like, he didn't want to get kicked out, so he was playing it cool.
Oh goodness.
All right. Enough of the shenanigans, I guess. Once again, C-Dub, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
Birthday, CB.
Yeah, man. Look, and I just want to comment on that one thing you said, CB, about it's a process. It ain't no process, bro. The process is not to be in 12th place, okay?
Yeah, well, you got to at least set your lineup if you want to win.
Exactly. And for that and basketball here, the same thing. It's a process.
That's step one. Set your
lineup, man. Set your lineup.
Especially in baseball, it's easy because you should never have guys sitting. Like, you never should have guys.
Nope.
Because in baseball, it's like,
you gotta check it too. You gotta have the key with fantasy sports. You gotta check your notifications. You gotta be on. They have to be on because you might get somebody a game that's postponed, rained out. Somebody may get hurt, and you gotta know.
Basketball is worse.
Yeah,
basketball is worse for like late scratches.
Yeah, late scratches.
The reason why I'm not champion. It's the reason why. It's the reason why.
You lost in the finals?
Yes, I did, JB.
You lost 6-6, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Dang, that has to.
Because
you were up. You were actually up.
A late scratch.
A late scratch.
At 1 minute.
You guys tied. You guys tied in minutes, which is absurd. That's like of all the stats.
6 is worse than 7-6.
Oh yeah, that's what.
Because the tie goes to the highest ranked opponent.
Yeah, I mean, you lose in minutes because remember Buttons also had Porter hurt him also, right?
Yep. So yep.
But the thing is in baseball, I do know if you just hit start active, it won't switch, which I think it needs to have better AI where it won't switch out your best guy. Like I've had like Tatis on the bench just because I've hit start and maybe he's just not like, maybe he misses Monday or something. They don't even put him in the rest of the week.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, you always have to make sure at least your better guys are in.
Oh yeah. I go in there, I check their current rankings and I check all that stuff as they go. Like, nope. Somebody did give me a gift though about 2 weeks ago.
Oh boy.
I mean, they did. They I was.
What they give you?
I was at work and I'm looking through the app. I'm like, dang man, my relief pitchers stink.
Oh yeah, you told us that. Brad.
I click on it. I said, hold on. It has 2 guys who are projected to have 30 saves. It got dropped recently.
Oh wow.
So I picked up Williams and Hoffman. I'll take it. I know Chris said he don't mess with he rather had his sit-up guys.
Well, the only reason I do that, not even that, the only reason I do because I feel like if you can get a good reliever, go for it. I just feel like you got to take the better relievers, like the better closers earlier.
Yeah.
Middle relief guys, you can get those guys a little bit later. So I'd rather just not waste a pick. But if you can get a closer, go for it because they're still valuable.
I see your boy Joey is hovering around that. He's hovering there in his spot he likes to be. He's in 8th place.
That's where he's the legend killer there.
He's in 8th place.
I'm not 76 games out of first place like CW is.
76 games out of first. 76!
76 games out of first place.
Jeez. I gave Joey a gift. How is Pena doing? I dropped him because he was sucking it up. And then
you the shortstop for the Astros?
Yeah, I had him. I picked him up. He was doing all right, but I think I needed a player or something like that, and I dropped him. And then he was like, at one point he was like the second best shortstop in when you hit like 30 days or 15 days or something. he was like the second best guy. I was like, oh, geez, that's never good.
Hey, it's like Joey said, man. The one of our famous quotes. It's a marathon. JB.
Baseball for sure is
Definitely a marathon.
and because 8 teams make the playoffs.
Yep.
You really the goal is just make the playoffs and then
make the playoffs. Yep.
That's really
It feel good to have Acuna back this week.
I know
First
that.
Games, 2 home runs.
I was actually gonna take him because I was like, oh, but the problem is I went outfielders really early, so I had like a whole bunch of guys, and then because there's been multiple times. I remember someone dropped Riley Green, and he's been balling lately. I mean, the Tigers have been balling like crazy. Joey,
that's one of my buy or sells tonight. The Tigers.
Oh yeah, I mean Joey was hating that he took Scooble, right, Joey? Did you not?
I was hating it, yeah.
And now
I'm very happy about it.
Killing it.
Very happy about it. Very happy about it now.
What's count now? I'm not comfortable till they're up by 30.
Chris, you have nothing to worry about.
They're up by
28.
28. I'm shaking right now.
Yeah.
28 with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. OKC is going to the finals.
You should be more comfortable. You should be more comfortable with this than you're more comfortable now than you were with KD, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook.
They were talking about how this whole process, all these draft picks and this whole process started with Rashard Lewis.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's right.
Back in the day, like all these drafts.
I mean, yeah, because I was reading the other day like how it all, because they brought in like Paul George, they got rid of him. They brought in Chris Paul, but moved him.
They brought in Carmelo, moved him.
Yeah, I mean, because Paul George Shea came over in the Paul George, right?
Wow, the Clippers traded the future most valuable player.
I mean, at the time, Paul George was third in the MVP vote.
Yeah, I mean, he played well for OKC.
They didn't really see it. I mean, then Shea played with Chris Paul by his side for a year or two.
And Clippers have been in win now mode for a while.
Yeah,
and they ain't won.
Shea was getting good while OKC was tanking. He was just getting minutes and balling.
Yeah.
Because they tanked when you had Al Horford. They just tanked that year. He didn't play. They had him and kept him on the bench.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, the thing is crazy is they have all these draft picks, and it's almost like, what are they even going to do with them all? Because
they got a guy coming next year. They drafted a couple of years ago. That's like the number 2 ranked prospect or something.
Yeah, Presti definitely loves taking those European guys and like letting them sit there.
Presti out here playing chess. They playing chess.
He is. I owe him a huge apology.
You didn't believe in the process?
Well, he's in my mind, he's actually made up for a mistake that he made.
Well, we and Joey always argued about the Harden breaking those 3 up and not paying those guys at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, if he would have kept them alive, they may have won at least one championship. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, like that was a shock. I mean, when it happened, it was like, okay, they went to the finals. Like, and then that's crazy. And it was really crazy is how all 3 of them end up being an MVP.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
When did it happen?
I think that the biggest thing is they didn't want to pay the luxury tax with Harden. And I mean, Harden was good. You would never have thought he was going to be this level though, or what he ended up being.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think he was good, but I mean, he was more they always used him to run the second unit and come in and score a ton. He was never looking like an MVP like that level.
Houston, he just got unlocked in Houston.
Oh, for sure.
Step backs.
He was remember that range where he was scoring remember he had like 2 or 3 weeks in a row where he was scoring like 40 something a game.
Goodness.
Yeah, I know.
On a tear.
That year he was my number 1 fantasy pick. He was my second pick that year was Luka.
Oh my gosh.
Balling.
That was
anyway.
That was ridiculous.
Back that year I was running through people like a bad milk. I was running through that year, boy. That's a COVID year too. But anyway, that's my asterisk championship. Like Yahoo calls it a championship, so I call it a championship. That's what it is. If Yahoo says I was the champion. Guess
Finish
what?
first place, JB.
Champion.
You'll
Finish
take
first
it.
place.
Yep. So that gives me 2 titles in this. 2. How many you got, Joey? How many you got in this league? 2?
I don't have any.
No,
What?
you have 1. Didn't you beat didn't you beat Dana? Or did Dana beat you?
Diesel got me.
Yeah, that was Diesel did get you, didn't he?
Diesel
Oh,
got me.
So Diesel got you in the finals and Buttons got you in the finals.
Yep.
You the Buffalo Bills.
Joey's the Bills.
Of fantasy. I'm like that's like me in the NFL league. I'm like the Buffalo Bills of that one. Like I've been to the finals there like 4 times and only got 1 chip to show for it.
Yeah,
Hey,
I've been a
you
couple
got
times in
1.
there and not haven't won in your NFL league.
Yeah.
You've been
got
a couple
1.
times.
That one, yeah, Joey got 1. His team gave me a whooping in the semi. Gave me a straight woodshed whooping. Like Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell just took me to the woodshed.
Oh, with those two. I mean, those
That
two
year, they
were...
took me to the woodshed. I was sitting there watching the game at Cal House, like, oh my God. Did they play some defense on this guy? Anyway. All right, the Knicks. Joey's Knicks. Buttons Knicks are down 3-1 in the series. A series they could honestly be up 3-1 themselves. I'll start with Chris because I'll let Joey, go along with his soliloquy tonight after the fact. Chris is because your boy Stephen A came on his show and said that the Pacers are just a better team. So is it the Knicks have played poorly, or are the Pacers just that much better than the New York Knickerbocker? Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm actually go. I mean, we were arguing pre-show here. We were arguing about it. I think it's the Pacers. I mean, right now they're just kind of on like a heater for me. Halliburton is playing out of his mind. I mean, he's scoring 30, no turnovers. The bench, and I think the thing with the Pacers is you just never know. Like Siakam one night will go out like he played really well last night. You'll have Nesmith balling like crazy. We were going to do the show last week. He came out, hit like 5 or 6 threes, couldn't miss. Nembhard, I mean, they've got and then Halliburton, he's averaging 19 a game in the regular season. Still a really good player, but he's been just on fire. So to me, the Knicks, I don't necessarily love how the Knicks are constructed, but like Joey said, they've kind of been constructed to beat Boston, and now you get a team that is kind of different, where they're kind of really a balanced team that they run, they score a lot, and the Knicks really just aren't. It's a bad matchup in the end for the Knicks, I feel like, and I feel like the Pacers probably are just the better team overall because they are well-rounded. Brunson hasn't had a great series, really. Keeps getting into foul trouble, forcing shots. I just feel like we've already been arguing about Bridges. Bridges isn't really stepped up. And I think that's the difference. Is that
remember the Jim Jones fadeaway?
With all his
Michael Strahan.
Where I feel like Bridges is a guy where you go, okay, well, Brunson, maybe he doesn't have his game. Can Bridges step up? Like OG hasn't really played well. And the thing is it's not like the Knicks have just been out of games. First game, the Pacers just really
they blew the first game.
They blew the first game for sure.
Missed free throws down the stretch. The missed free throws.
They were up by 8 or 9 with 45 seconds left or something.
They were up 16, 3 minutes left. Can't lose that game at home.
So I feel like really, to me, the Pacers just have come out. They showed that you could not put them away in the Cleveland series. Halliburton dominated that series as well. And that, there were times they kind of got a lucky draw with Cleveland being unhealthy. And then they come out, and the Knicks, that you can't put them away in the Knicks series in this series as well. So to me, I just feel like the Pacers are just constructed really well, and right now they're just playing better basketball. They just seem more complete as a team, and guys are stepping up. Where I feel like we said, Bridges hasn't had that game, and also like there's some plays in there. Like yesterday, Josh Hart, he comes down. There's like a second left in the was it the second left in the quarter or something? He goes and makes a dumb foul. Was it in the third quarter? That I forget what it was, but it was like right at the end. They go out. It's like, why are you doing that? Pushing Bradley in the back. Then they end up getting a free throw with like, you know what I mean? Like just dumb plays. Towns has made a couple head scratcher plays. Brunson, who normally Brunson is a very high IQ type of guy. Even he's made a couple of those. So I feel like just overall the Pacers there is some of that Knicks are shooting themselves in the foot, but I feel like the Pacers are just really right now are just on a heater, and they just seem like the better all-around team, I feel like.
I think the Pacers are a better team.
Right now, I'm saying.
I think it's a toss-up. I think the Knicks have just shot themselves in the foot, like you said, so many times. Brunson turning the ball over. I mean, they're getting dumb fouls. I mean, that first game, man, like really, you cannot let that happen. And then the game you win, you're down 20.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They just haven't been consistent. The series is not over. I think the Knicks have just played poorly at points, right? I think that just like, and they had like, if you look at some of the games, like the first couple of games, when the Pacers would be missing shots, turning the ball over, the Knicks would not capitalize on them. They take bad threes or turn the ball right back over every single time. Like, dude, what are y'all making? I'm sitting on TV like, what are y'all doing? Like, you don't need to shoot a three here. You got shoot a three, 1-on-5 three.
Yeah.
Your boy shooting fadeaways when he can shoot layups.
So you're saying you think the dumb mistakes are what?
Man, I'm telling you, Chris, if you watch the first couple of games, every time the Pacers would like get cold and the Knicks got a chance to put them away, they had a chance to go on a run, to get an easy bucket. What do the Knicks do? They do something stupid. Yeah. They take a bad shot, take a forced shot they don't got to take. Like you see that three that Cat took last night. He caught it with his hands and like he just threw it up there.
Yeah, ridiculous.
What is that?
And JB, I will say, when you watch that OKC Minnesota series, you're like, OKC just way better than them. Like you just watch the game and you're just like, they're just wiping the floor with them. I definitely don't see that level of Pacers if they're playing better, it's slightly better, but it's not anywhere close to like where they're just wiping the floor with them.
Yeah, and the Knicks, like they I don't know. The Knicks, I believe the Knicks are, I think overall, like talent from that starting 5 to like the 7. I think the Knicks are more talented, but I think the Pacers have just been playing better, right? With a better team. I mean, the Knicks got a chance the Knicks are not out of it, right? They have a chance to push it to game 7. If they can beat the Pacers there once, they can beat them again. But it's going to be hard, and they cannot do it by turning the ball over and taking bad shots. They had too many turnovers. Brunson, and I think in the one thing in the offseason, the Knicks need to look into is changing their offensive philosophy a little bit and give them more ball movement. And trust to throw the ball down the Cat in the post some more and not just let Brunson dribble the ball.
Brunson is definitely ISO. He takes a lot of shots.
He's ISO like he's looking like James Harden a little bit right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead, Joey. Really... What's your thoughts on this?
Chris and JB, buttons and millions.
Oh, millions and buttons. A million buttons.
Number one, I trust the basketball analysis of the gentleman on this show very much so, even though I disagree with him sometimes. We have a championship winning coach that's on this podcast who knows what he's talking about. And we have someone who has put his trust into a general manager who I dogged for making a terrible, terrible trade. but in the end, he's been very, very patient about it, and it's paying off.
There we go.
I completely agree with both of them. Completely. I think it's a little bit of both. I'll bring up another number. JB, you were dead on. Chris, you said it too. You're dead on. When the Knicks get a stop, the Knicks are not as good of a defensive team as the Pacers. When you get a stop and you get out on a break and you just give it right back to them, what's the point in putting in all of that effort to get a stop that you needed and when you're going to give it right back to them? And they're not capitalizing, as you just said, JB. And the Pacers are. The Pacers have 86 points off of Knicks turnovers in this series.
Wow.
86 points in 4 games. They're averaging 20 points off of Knicks turnovers.
That's big.
That is crazy. The ball movement, I agree. Jalen Brunson is not a natural point guard. He is a scoring guard, which I don't think is bad. And the ball does not move around as much. The Pacers move the ball around all the time. They're averaging 25, 26 assists in this series, but the Knicks are still, even though they're averaging 10 assists less, they're right there with them, and they're in position to win every single time because they are still getting timely stops, but they're just getting the ball taken away from them or they're giving the ball away. They have to take care of the basketball. Jalen Brunson even says, Chris mentioned that the stupid fouls, idiotic fouls. There was one point in the fourth quarter yesterday, the Knicks had 4 or 5 straight fouls in less than a minute. That's terrible. Look, it is what it is. Whether you say that the officials were being too ticky tack, whatever, you have to adapt to the way that they're calling the freaking game. The Knicks have done a poor job of that. How is Cat complaining about a ticky-tack foul called him when he grabbed what's his name's wrist to keep him from? That's a foul.
Yes. I'm
You
like, why
can't
are you
do that.
complaining?
Yeah, why?
He grabbed his arm. Like, what are you doing, Cat?
What are you talking about, Cat?
He's definitely had a couple heads.
Him and Brunson.
That's all they talk about is Cat
fouls.
and his dumb fouls. He's doing
Absolutely.
dumb fouls.
You can't do that. And as you just said, Chris, I think Brunson is a high IQ player, but he's had some terrible fouls in this series. I think Josh Hart is one of the best defenders in the whole league. He had some awful fouls yesterday.
Yeah, that one was
and he
really
kept turning the freaking ball over. You can't do that. You can't get the ball to the other team if you're trying to win. They had 17 turnovers yesterday, and the Pacers scored 20 points off of it. That is how you lose a basketball game. Bottom line.
And the thing is because Brunson, like Cat, is going to get his, but you occasionally have to have, if Brunson is getting into foul trouble, or like the other night, I think last night was he was like negative plus minus. He was like, they were better off. They were better when he wasn't on the court.
That was game 3, right?
Or
game 3 it was like that.
And so you got to have somebody like we talked about, OG or Bridges, somebody else to step up, which is what the Pacers have had. Somebody, random guys, because a lot of times we know these series the stars are generally going to get theirs. It's these other guys that are showing up that are still getting, you know what I mean? One of those guys has got to step up. And I don't feel like where Siakam has played well, Neesmith has played well. Like I've said, the Knicks just haven't got enough from these other guys. And Brunson is looks almost worn down at this point, and I don't know if it's because of the minutes they play or what they ask of him to do, but I just feel like, and it's not even the Knicks have shot. Like if you look at their game log, they're shooting almost close to 50% every game. It's not like they're just getting wiped off like, how we talk about Minnesota shooting 20, 30% in a night.
Right.
Like it's not like that. They're right there with Indiana. They're just, like you said, they're making dumb turnovers. I mean, Indiana's not exceptional on the glass. I think it's just Indiana is deeper than the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
They like to run at a really fast pace. And then you get into foul trouble, and then all of a sudden now what's gotten there, now the Knicks are kind of scrambling as to how are they going to get there. You know what I mean? Because when Brunson's not there, who's going to get us points? So
I mean, they can, like, when Brunson's out of the game, they either, normally from what I see, if Cat's in there, Cat is usually the
He's
focus.
the second, he's the guy, yeah.
And then they go through moments when they'll focus in trying to get the ball, try to get OG involved, try to get Bridges involved. But if you notice though, most of their stuff is always one-on-one. It's not, they don't get a lot of easy shots. They got to get a lot of tough shots.
That's very true.
They're talented so they can make them, but they're not getting a whole bunch of like wide open drive to the basket, kick out, open threes or layups.
Right.
Not as much as they could.
Right.
I don't know. The Knicks and Jets, they didn't turn the ball over so much, they wouldn't be in a situation. They didn't blow game one, we wouldn't be talking right now like they'd be going home 2-2 at least, you know. But
I do feel like wherever I think almost the whole world knew that Minnesota series was done. Where I don't feel like everybody's like stick a fork in the Knicks already. You know what I mean? I feel like, yeah, it's an uphill battle, but I don't feel like
they can come back from 20 in back-to-back games in Boston Garden. I think they can win at home and definitely win in Indiana in a game 7. I mean, they took Indiana to game 7 last year with a bunch of guys hurt. So they're still there. They're not done. They're not done. There's still hope. But I tell you what, they go into game 5 tomorrow night and turn the ball over. Joyce will be at home with his spirit broken.
It's just broken.
My spirit's broken.
My spirit is broken. Yeah, that's all he'll write. He'll just write.
All right. And speaking of broken spirits, is Anthony Edwards overrated? Are we really going to that point?
How dare Chris put this on here?
Is the Ant-Man overrated? I think he's had back-to-back years when he's been second team All-NBA.
JB, Chris and I already started this the other day.
I told JB.
Okay. You already told me. All right. So I'll let you start, Joey. Is he overrated or not?
Chris and JB. No. Ant-Man is not overrated. However, Chris is correct, and I do walk back some of the things I said the other day. I think it was very, very foolish of Ant to be asked about his game the other night, and he said, I think I'm saying this verbatim, I played a perfect game. Like, what game were you looking at? Yeah. How do you shoot the ball 2 times in the first half?
He said he put a perfect game in game 4.
I think
what he was saying is they were doubling him and he was making all the right plays.
He made the right plays.
Yeah.
Now, I definitely get it, because I know that if he shot them out of the game, and people are going to say, well, you should have passed it, right? However, his primary job is to score. You have to shoot the ball more than 2 times. Now, he did make some really good basketball plays because the bench scored, 70 points the other day.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is
Vincenzo,
the bench,
Walker.
Yes.
All those guys had big games.
But when it comes down, so kudos to your bench for doing what they needed to do, step it up. But when it comes down to those 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left, you have to take it over. They're looking at
normally
to be that person.
In the playoffs, you say, well, at home, our bench guys will play better, but Randall and Ant will get theirs, and then we'll win that game. If you would have said, we'll be in this game, and our bench is giving us this many points, Minnesota would have been like, oh, we're going to probably end up smoking them then, right?
Absolutely.
And they lost that game.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Bulls Blazers game 6. Jordan was having a terrible game. The bench gave the Bulls a boost, kept them minutes, brought them back, and then Jordan took them home.
He took them home.
That's what the best player does. That's what the best player does.
Listen,
so Ant was wrong. He's not overrated. He is not overrated. I think he's slightly underrated. Slightly
underrated. Okay.
Slightly.
So I got a little stat for you.
Uh-oh.
Right, Ant-Man. No, it's a good stat. Ant-Man has one of the highest scoring playoff averages. I think he's top 10, maybe top 5
Okay.
playoff average, 27 points a game in the playoffs. But this year,
Mm-hmm.
a step back.
Yeah.
This year, he's scoring less than he scored in his last 2 years. Like 1 year he averaged 31 and a half a game. Last year he averaged 27.6.
Yeah.
This year he's down to
And if
25.8.
I'm not mistaken, JB, I think I saw that his usage rate is down 2 points in the playoffs. And I think this is, well, maybe, well, no, there's no maybe. Clearly, the OKC team defense is outstanding.
I mean, yeah, they're also. You also have to give them some credit where they're suffocating him.
They are playing man and zone.
Because
it's beautiful.
They
got Hartenstein, who just moves They got 3.
Caruso is all. I mean, it looks like they got 6 guys out there.
They have 3. They have 4 hands.
Yeah,
4 hands. My goodness, they are doing a tremendous job.
All right. So, all right, you say Ant-Man is not overrated.
He is not overrated.
What do you say, Chris? What say you?
Well, I'm gonna go at 2 different levels. What I'm gonna say is I put him on as second team. So it's hard to say a guy who I feel like, and all of us felt like is a second team player is overrated, because that means in our minds he's one of the best 10 players in the NBA or right in that range. But to me, that's where he is at. When I argue more with Joey that the NBA is trying to push, probably rightfully so because of his personality, they're trying to push Ant on us as the face of the league type of player, when I just don't think, I feel like he's more overrated in that aspect. If you just said as far as his ability and how good he is, 23 years old, 2 second teams, 2 years in a row that he's been to the Western Conference Finals, it's hard to say that guy's overrated. Mm-hmm. We already, all of us can see his talent and what he could be, which is why the NBA is pushing him to that level.
Yeah.
I argue with Joey, should he be over Shea, Joker, Luka, those Tatum?
It should be over Tatum. Tatum should be, if you want to push an American player as the face of the league, it should have been Tatum. It should have been Tatum.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, and we've seen in this series that he's got as good as he is, there's a pretty massive gap between those 4 or 5 guys and where Ant is as far as his progression. And some of it is just the NBA's pushing him, so we're expecting it. This dude is only 23. So
he got time. I
mean, Jordan, you look at the guys when they started winning they were, most of those guys, Joker, Steph even, their guys have been in the league 8-9 years. Jordan was 28, 29 when he won his first one. So the expectation, I feel like the NBA is almost setting him up a little bit for us to say he's overrated. But somebody today, and I almost agree with it, the NBA space is almost still LeBron and Steph at this point. Like if you were to ask most people, most people who they know outside of just hardcore basketball fans, name me a player in the NBA right now, most people are going to say probably LeBron, Steph, or Durant. Those 3 guys. And
Durant would have made an All-NBA team if he had enough games, probably.
Exactly. So those 3 have not given it up. Yeah. And the problem is that I feel like Joker, unless Joker, because he's so kind of just a chill guy, he's going to almost be the Tim Duncan type of, he could dominate the league, be one of the all-time greats, but still not be the face of the league, right? And Shai Gilgeous, he seems like a good dude, but unless he wins, you almost have to win so many that you're just kind of forced on us like Brady kind of was, and then you kind of see the personality. Or you are Ant, where you're just such an electric player, and then you win. But until Ant wins, I feel like you almost can't put him as the face of the league. And I feel like right now there's just a void of nobody, and it's still the other guys until. And really, you think about how many faces of the
getting
league.
hurt didn't help that.
How many faces?
Tatum had a chance to be it this year. Like Tatum, if they would have made to the,
if he would have won, if he would have won, that probably would have pushed him right there.
Yeah.
But you think about how many since the 80s, how many faces of the league have there really been?
I mean, it's since after Jordan, it was Kobe.
It was Magic and Bird together.
And it was Jordan.
Then probably Kobe, Shaq.
Kobe and Shaq.
Then LeBron, and then Steph and Durant, if you even call Durant face.
Yeah.
So really, it's like those guys are all kind of fighting for that next spot.
Yep. And LeBron and Curry made second team All-NBA this year.
And they're still not giving it up.
Maybe
so,
it's
to me,
what JB just mentioned may be the reason why. JB mentioned an American-born player. And everyone, the top 5 guys in the league are arguably they're all foreign.
Except for Tatum.
Tatum is the guy.
Except that. So we're probably not going to have. I mean, when is the next time we're going to have an American-born most valuable player? Maybe that's the reason.
Guess what? Everybody else on the All-NBA teams was American. Really, I mean, you can't consider Towns not American, but like you got Anthony Edwards, Brunson, LeBron, Mobley, Curry, American-born players. Harden, Kane Cunningham, Williams, Halliburton, Towns. Towns is an American-born player, but he plays for the Dominican Republic? Or Bahamas. Is it Bahamas or Dominican Republic?
Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
But also, I do think, though, that you look at, like, Steph has the personality and he has the play style. There were times where you could have said Kyrie was more of a face, like of a face of the league. He was almost overrated in that the kids loved him.
Because they did the handles. They're like, oh, Kyrie.
Yeah. So, like, I remember Joey saying, if you were like, who's better? He would actually ask kids, who's better, Jordan or Kyrie? There were kids going, oh, Kyrie's better than Jordan ever was.
I mean, they're kids, they're stupid.
Yeah, exactly. But that's
no clue.
But I think Anthony Edwards his game is the most YouTube friendly, and it's the most as far as dunking on guys and things like that. Like Jokic is a basketball's guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
technician.
I mean, he's a guy who, if you really are a hardcore basketball fan, you love the way Jokic plays. But for the casual guy, most guys don't really love it. You can tell how much, you know what I mean? And the same,
they want dunks, handles, and step backs.
Even with Shea, even the way Shea plays can be kind of boring at times because he just gets to his spot and
pulls up.
Ant has the game. He has the charisma. He has the game. He just has to win and get to, you know what I mean? And that's the next step, I think. So to me, overrated in that way.
Yeah, he's not overrated as a talent. He's overrated that he just hasn't made that next step yet. But he's 23.
But yeah, I mean, he really shouldn't be expected to.
Yeah, but he got.
It's hard to win.
2 years, he's feeling it now. 2 years in a row on the cusp, just not getting over the hump.
How about that?
But I mean, look at the level of Shea's improvement from him at 23 to now. No one would have seen that. And Anthony Edwards is way further along than Shea was at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So if he can start to take stuff from other guys and go, okay, because he's great on both ends. He has a personality. He's already in commercials. Like, that's why you can see why NBA is.
Hey, Ant, why do you dunk so much? So you can see my sneakers. What the heck? That's a weird. What kind of commercial is that? So you can see my sneakers.
Was that a Grant Hill one?
No, the Grant Hill one is. The Grant Hill one is. The guy goes.
That's when he
drinks Sprite.
Yeah, that's the Grant Hill
drinks Sprite, and he goes to dunk. And Grant Hill walks up. I tried to tell him, and he was like, "I know." That's all he says. I know, and drinks his drink.
That's it.
I do feel though that basketball, the NBA, like everyone's kind of like, oh, what's going to happen when Steph and Durant and LeBron
It'll
walk
be
away?
fine.
This league is good. I mean, these playoffs have been really good playoffs.
Fine. Hey, Giannis got good commercials. You need Giannis
Giannis is
commercial.
there.
The one with Castro. I think it's the oil company. It's a good commercial.
Oh yeah, he does have.
Giannis has good commercials. Tatum too serious. He need to have some commercials when he's being funny. That's his problem.
He
got a good commercial about family and everything, who he does it for.
We did it.
Yeah. But he has a commercial where he's not like he's serious.
Yeah,
the other commercials, the Gatorade. I love the Gatorade commercials here, and they're good. I mean, Luka got a commercial too, I believe.
I mean, that is the thing is that
Joker had a couple commercials with the hotels, him and the rookie.
Yeah, those were good.
Those were good. I mean,
they were good.
I mean, the NBA guys.
And it might just be
LeBron hasn't made as many commercials as he used to. You haven't seen him making. Steph still got his commercials that are funny and good.
Chris Paul had all the Cliff Paul.
Yeah, the Cliff Paul, yeah.
Those were fun.
Yeah, the State Farm ones. Yeah, I mean, listen, the NBA is full of talent. Anthony Edwards is not overrated. He's knocked on the door like a lot of these young guys are. I mean, look at OKC, but they're still one of the youngest teams in the league, and they're going to the finals, and they will be favored no matter who they play.
That's true.
Well, how old is Indiana? I don't think they're that old, are they?
They are not old.
They're not old. They don't really have it. I bet the oldest player is probably Miles Turner. I mean, he's been there, and he's still like maybe 29, not 30 yet. Or is it Siakam? I don't know.
Siakam might be. They're around that same age, probably.
Yeah.
Siakam could go to 2 finals.
Oh,
Siakam if they
I know. Yeah. I know that's a player that's underrated, but
he's underrated for sure.
Yeah. All right. Now, getting to the NFL, we got the Steelers. This Aaron Rodgers saga.
Oh my gosh.
I know Buttons came on this show and said, JB, Chris, Joey, if the Steelers sign Aaron Rodgers, they will win the NFC North.
The AFC North, yeah.
What?
Oh boy.
Anyway. All right, if you're the Steelers, Joey, I'm sure you probably got some console from the Godfather, I believe.
The Godfather does have his thoughts.
Yeah. Do you even bother with Aaron Rodgers and wait for him to sign for 1 year? Do you even worry about it, or you just go with Mason Rudolph and hope that Will Howard beats him out and you can have like one of those flashbacks to when Ben Roethlisberger took him to a 15-1 record as a rookie?
Well, I'll tell you this. I think the Steelers are sort of in a similar place as the New York Football Giants. Here's how. As much as I love him, you two are right about Mike Tomlin. What have you done for me lately?
What have you
have
done
to win a playoff game. You have to win. I would trade the entire Giants coaching staff for Mike Tomlin right now. Right now. However, he's in a situation where he needs to win a football game that is in January. So I just don't know if the Steelers are built to be a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers away from seriously competing in the AFC. I do not believe Aaron Rodgers. Well, clearly he's not that guy. The Pittsburgh offense, the Pittsburgh receiving core is not nearly as talented as the Jets receiving core last year, and the Jets went nowhere. So what makes everyone think that Aaron Rodgers is the answer to go to Pittsburgh and to lead them to a playoff win? I don't see that. I think that Pittsburgh should be looking elsewhere and just continue to rebuild, and it may have to be without Tomlin, who is a great coach, but it might be time to just move on.
For
Aaron
Mike
Rodgers
Tomlin
is not the answer. He absolutely is not this. I don't think the Steelers offense, the Steelers defense is clearly Super Bowl ready, but the Steelers offense is not there. You can try to stop all those quarterbacks in the AFC as much as you possibly can, but when you stop them, you have to capitalize and score your own self. Their offense is not that. Aaron Rodgers is not the answer.
Yeah, I'm always one for tanking. I don't like when teams. I feel like Pittsburgh is in the worst spot in sports where you're not bad enough to just be like in a rebuild to be good in a couple years, but you're also not good enough to at all like really to challenge for the Super Bowl. There's no way they're going to win a Super Bowl. So I almost feel like you're in the worst spot where it's pretty much just like Button says, it's fool's gold. Their playoff runs are fool's gold.
Fool's gold. What's Button's famous word? Fool's gold.
So I feel like, does Aaron Rodgers give them one or two more wins? Probably over Mason Rudolph. He's better than Mason Rudolph. He gives them a legitimate quarterback to, again, make the playoffs and get bounced in the first round. So to me, you're just now just prolonging this kind of rebuild. And I guess as a Steelers fan, if that's fine, you come in and you can keep going, oh, we're competitive and, you know, whatever, then I guess if that's what you want to do, at some point, you might have to just tear it down to build it back up. And right now, they bring in Metcalf. You've got TJ Watt. And you have TJ Watt in his prime. Is he going to even want to be at a rebuild? You know what I mean? Like he might just say, screw it. I want out, trade me because, you know, so I feel like after Roethlisberger, they've done such a poor job with the quarterback position. Probably some of the worst quarterbacking, like as far as in the NFL, that has led them to this situation here where they've just kept kind of putting Band-Aids on that thing, hoping that the defense would carry him.
Yeah.
And then they've just never really fully, they tried to address it with Kenny Pickett, who everyone said wasn't the guy. And then they go out and get him. Russell Wilson, they bring in. Mason Rudolph has been there. And they haven't really played awful, but they've just, again, been that middling team. Aaron Rodgers is just more of what they've been. I feel like, to me, at some point, you just got to rip the Band-Aid off and just go for it.
Yeah.
But can you do that with Mike Tomlin? Because he's a coach who's probably good enough coach to always get the most out of teams and probably get you better than you really are. So you almost want a team that just is awful. Next year is a year where there's a lot of quarterback play. Like, you know, we were going to get into it, and we will down the season of how many quarterbacks are going to be coming out. You probably want to position yourself as a guy in the top 10 to be able to get the guy you want. If you're making the playoffs, you're already out of that. So Aaron Rodgers may get you one more season of squeak into the playoffs type of season. And now all of a sudden you're out of that, you know, your quarterback that you really want for the future. So to me, I'm probably not, but these are NFL guys who don't want to win. If you have to go to TJ Watt and you say, hey, we're tanking this year. Hey, Metcalf, we're tanking this year.
All right.
There, Fitzpatrick, who's another really good player. Hey, just letting you know, we're trying to lose. We're only trying to win 3 games this year. Oh, okay, that's cool. Like, no way. That defense is good enough to carry him. So I feel like they're just in a bad spot. And the defense is good enough. Aaron Rodgers is good enough to squeak them along. I just feel like this whole thing has just been set up to be, like Joey said, you almost just have to rip the Band-Aid. And I feel like they're almost too good to rip the Band-Aid off. So Aaron Rodgers is like, they make one last run at it, knowing everybody on the outside knows their run at it is going to just be first round playoff exit. So I feel like they're just in an awful spot. But if I'm a player on the Steelers, I probably want them because I don't really want to lose. I don't want to be around for a rebuild. Because if you get a rookie quarterback, unless he's Jaden Daniels and just comes in and kills it, you're most likely going to be horrible for a couple more years until you're good again. So to me,
that's correct. They've only had 3 coaches in their entire existence.
I mean, it's crazy what they've been able to do.
That's crazy.
But it's almost like that they've almost been too good for their own good. And it's ended up costing them because they always just pick every year. I feel like they draft like 19th or 20th. Doesn't it? It feels like every year they draft and they go and get the same kind of guy. They load up. I mean, missing Pickett hurt them because they should never even have bothered with him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you don't keep Justin Fields and let him. I mean, he wasn't bad last year.
No, he wasn't.
And then see if you got anything there. I mean, I just think they're in a really poor spot. So, JB, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I agree with you. I mean, I'm looking at the perspective of, man, if you ain't going to get over the top, man, blow it up, man. Aaron Rodgers is not going to help them win.
No.
It's not. It's not going to help them win. It's not going to help them win.
You feel like if you say, let's blow it up, you feel like TJ Watt, your best guy, your best player on your team is going to be like, oh, I'm here for a rebuild.
Well, just trade him and get some freaking draft picks. And you can't tell me right now somebody ain't taking TJ Watt right now for 2 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, I agree. It's you really got to blow it up then. You really got to just say, we're restarting from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it the coaching? I mean, I don't know. I mean, wherever they do, they're gonna run the ball a lot.
Their running game hasn't been. Their offensive line has been horrible. They haven't really had the receivers that we normally know of. Because growing up, they always had ridiculous receivers. They always
get one in the late round. They don't never get a guy like this. You expected to blow up. Like nobody expected Antonio Brown to blow up or Santonio.
Well, remember they had was it Mike Wallace?
Yeah, he blew up, went somewhere, didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they even George Pickens outplayed his draft position. I mean, he was a knucklehead, but he was good.
He's gonna be a beast in Dallas. You just watch.
I mean, I think he will fit what Dallas wants to do for sure. I think that, like we talked about before, Pickens' biggest thing is I feel like he has too much attitude for Mike Tomlin. And they're just horrible, so he's just not getting what he wants. I feel like he'll be on his best behavior in Dallas.
I mean, but even in Dallas, you can behave bad. They don't care.
No, they don't care.
They don't do that. They just functional down there. Anyway.
Just win.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, what Button said. I was like, what? No way. There's no way.
I could see if
you said he had look what happened last year. He comes to the Jets. He has talent around him.
You have Breece
talented running back,
Davante Adams,
talented receiver.
Yeah,
he got Davante Adams in the middle of the year.
Yeah,
he got his other boy there. Before what's the other boy's name? That he loved.
Lazard.
Huh?
He had Cobb and Lazard.
Yeah, Lazard. And Cobb didn't do nothing. But he had Lazard, and he didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
he did not win games.
He's not him anymore. He's
not that man. Not that bad man.
He definitely isn't. He definitely
isn't. It just is what it is, man. He has his moments, but I mean, he can, like you said, if he goes to the Steelers 10-7, 9-8 at the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, because old Rodgers could take, because I was talking with Joey about it, like the really great quarterbacks could take a C-level team.
Yes, they can.
And make them an A.
Yes.
The average guys or the decent ones are taking an A-level team and keeping them at an A.
Yeah.
Right? That's really what Rodgers is now is. Whatever that team is, that's probably Rodgers might slightly elevate him, but he's not going to take like you take prime Rodgers, he could take this probably team and get them into a playoff run or whatever. And he's not great in the playoffs, but he could finish them better than they are.
Right.
This Rodgers is not doing that. This Rodgers is, if they're a C, he's probably keeping them around a C. If they're an A, he's probably keeping them at an A. And that's the difference, is this team is just not good enough, and he's not there yet. Buttons feels like he's going to elevate him. I just don't know if he's that guy. And the thing is Rodgers coming in this late, he's also gonna want to run his offense because we know how he is.
Yeah, that's another
And
thing.
so you're
And
again.
who's
you're
the
now
OC there? Arthur Smith.
Arthur
Oh,
Smith.
no.
And so
That ain't gonna work.
somebody was saying how much Arthur Smith wants to run the ball, and he runs a lot of motions and does a lot of this and that. I think those two are going to butt heads.
Aaron Rodgers Aaron Rodgers is the all-time leader of touchdown passes within 5 yards of the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
You know why, right? Audibles. Running plays, he's passing or running plays.
Whatever you say, I got you. And then he's like, nah, we're doing a different thing.
You go watch most of the games when he played the running back. They're not getting the ball on the goal line. They're not getting the ball he's passing. He's gonna pad his stats there. They're not running the ball down there.
Him to Devontae Adams was like clockwork in the red zone.
Yes. Yeah. First and goal from the half-inch line. We passing. He's passing, bro. I'm telling you, every time, man.
Yep.
Anyway, all right. So that's our Steelers feedback. Hopefully, the Godfather.
What is that, Joey? Real quick, is the Godfather in or out on Rodgers?
He said he is out and he doesn't care. He is ready to roll with some other kid.
He's just
not Mason Rudolph. Some other guy.
He would rather Will Howard.
Ham sandwich.
There was. That's right. There was. Let me see. What was the name?
Does he want Will Howard in there?
Did he say Howard? I could check that.
Who's the depth chart?
They got Skyler something maybe. Was that he had Miami?
The guy from Miami, Skyler Thompson.
I think he's on there.
No, sorry. He didn't say anything about quarterback. He did bring up a name that nobody knows though. He says he's hoping that Roman Wilson is a contributor at wideout this year.
Roman Wilson's a Michigan guy.
Okay.
So my dynasty team.
He's on the one you drafted.
Yeah.
The other.
And he said he's ready to roll. Whoever. He's out on Aaron Rodgers. He's out.
Anyone but Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
The drama.
So right now they got Will Howard, Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson. Running backs, they got Gainwell, Evan Hall, Max Hurleman. I don't know who that is. Caleb Johnson, the rookie. Cordero Patterson, still there. He will touch the ball as long as Arthur Smith is the OC.
Yeah.
Trey Sermon.
Jeez.
Who came out, was supposed to be a beast, but has been trash.
Yeah.
Warren's still there, right?
And Jalen Warren, who is a good running back.
He is.
Receiver-wise, you got Calvin Austin, Brandon Johnson. You got somebody named Montana. You got somebody named Lance. You got DK. You got Scotty Miller. You got Ben Skoranek. You got Rock Taylor, Keyshawn Williams, Roman Wilson, and Robert Woods. Gee.
They just seem to have gotten away from the Steeler way. They're not those old Steeler teams that they've always been.
This is only Pat Fryermuth's fourth year. I thought he's been in the league much longer than that.
He feels like it. I don't think he's that old though.
Yeah, I mean, no, he's only been in the league. He's 26. He's been in the league 4 years.
Metcalf's having to count his money every day.
Yes, he is.
He's like, man. He's like, after every play, he's like,
he's 27.
Why am I here?
He's still young too. He's only 27.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if he's getting paid, how much was he getting paid?
Stacking.
What was his? What was his contract?
Usually they show their contract.
4 year. I got it. 4 year, 132 million. I'd play in Pittsburgh for that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's right.
Really stacking. And then he might come out this year and not even play. Yeah.
Goodness.
Anyway. All right, here we go. We got the bookmakers. We're gonna pick our AFC win totals.
Yeah, so you want me
Vegas
you need the you pull up the spreadsheet, right? The one we did the NFC on.
Yeah, I have it. I was saying my Joey was talking. I sit here and
You were
fill that
working on
thing
it?
out. Yep.
I'm not sure if Buttons did Buttons say he was coming on tonight?
Yeah, he might, but he ain't showed up yet.
Poker.
So he's
Poker.
playing
If he's
poker
out
tonight.
there, Buttons, if you're out there, you can join
Yeah,
us.
he's playing poker, man. Buttons is out there
He's trying
playing
to
poker.
stack. He's trying to DK that thing.
Yeah, he can always come in and fill his in if need be. All right. So we on it. I saw a thing today that said that Buffalo is favored in all 17 games right now.
Mm.
Yeah, they could go undefeated this year.
No
Wow.
way. I mean,
I
undefeated.
saw an article. I didn't read it, but I saw it. All righty. So how we do it last time? We went over. We said
I think
what
we just
go-
went. I think we just went like you took, Joey took it, I took it like that, and then we went the next one, and then I gave the lines at the end.
We're okay. All right, here we
But
go.
last
Buffalo.
time there wasn't. Remember, there was one team that Bet Online didn't have it. I got to see if they have everybody.
Hold on, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, it was Detroit.
Let me see. I wonder if they have Detroit now. I wonder why they don't have Detroit.
Because Detroit was the only one I didn't fill in last week.
Hold on. Let me see. Now they got, so Detroit is 10.5 wins. Oh, look at us. We hit that thing right on.
Okay. Okay.
We did really good in all NBA. We got you only missed 2 as a consensus.
Right.
We
That's
all
what we do
thought
around here.
Towns.
That's what we do around here.
Oh, Towns was on third team. So would they have
Yeah.
Mobley as the?
They pretty much got
Yeah, but that's 3 guards though, right?
3 guards, yeah. And
See,
3
I think
guards
we were
down here
still-
too.
I think
There's
we
3
were
guards,
still
Harden,
trying to.
Cunningham, and Halliburton.
Yeah, but to me, like Jay Will could probably go. Oh yeah. So to me, we were still doing it. I think we were doing it 2 guards, 3 bigs is what we did.
Yeah, I think
Right?
Anyway.
Like that's how it looks like we tried to do it.
Yeah.
So now it's basically, it is all positionless, which is stupid. I feel like you at least should have small and bigs.
So like 2 years ago, this team could have really had the Joker and Embiid on the first team, right? Because Joker was the second MVP votes.
Yeah, I mean, he was clearly the second best player in the league, and he got second team.
Yeah.
Where now he would be on there.
Anyway, AFC time. Buffalo. Buzz is not here. I'm gonna give Buffalo 11 wins. Nah, let's go with 12. They're playing against Miami, the Jets in New England. Joey, what you got?
Dude, they are, aren't they? That's 6 wins right there.
Oh, you're not gonna roll through 6 wins against the. I mean, maybe.
I'll go 11, JB.
All right.
What, you're saying 6 wins and then you're going 11? I'll go 13.
Just to be safe.
Ooh.
Buttons he'll probably go 10 because you know how Buttons is.
Buttons is
He
like,
might
I'm
go
a
9.
Buffalo fan. Give me 10.
Yeah. All right. Did the Dolphins 8.
9.
Give me Dolphins. Give me 9.
Okay. Jets, I go with 6.
Jets.
7, JB.
It's like the price is right. If I go up, you go up 1 or down.
Give me 7 also.
Uh-oh. That you guys are starting to do that again.
Now I'm copying Joey, huh?
New England 7. Rabel with Stephon Diggs out there. That's what it says. There's a video out there with Stephon Diggs and 3 women with an unidentified pink substance.
Oh,
Like,
geez. I remember I saw somewhere where it was like Buffalo or Houston, whatever team he was on, and they were like, which is the guy on the roster you'd least want to date your daughter? And the whole team said Diggs. The whole squad. It was like 40 guys. They were all like Diggs. And he, except for Diggs, he was like, nah. He's like, what? I'm not that bad. It's like, dude, if every one of them says you, you're bad.
Every single one of them.
all right, Joey, New England, what you got here?
JB, I'm going to go 8.
8. Okay. It's getting late early, Joey. Getting late early.
I'm going, give me 7. Give me 7 here.
Okay. All right. You got 7 here. All right. Kansas City. We'll get Kansas City 11. Joey.
13.
Of course.
Give me 11.
Chargers.
You not nervous with how they showed up in the Super Bowl last year? They just looked old.
Regroup, reload.
And you had a lot of games that they won close games. You're thinking they're winning all those again?
Well, they're gonna have their receiver back after 8 games. They're gonna be different then.
Did he get suspended?
He will.
But then you also Kelsey's another year older.
He is.
And he looked old in the Super Bowl.
But I think he's gonna build another tight end who knows the offense. He ain't gonna be Kelsey. Nobody is, but
okay.
11, JB.
All right. Oh, you believe in the Chargers because of Harbaugh?
I'll see it when I believe it, though.
Give me 10 here.
All right. Vegas, new coach, smash mouth.
Really good coach.
Vegas 8.
6, JB.
Disrespectful.
Give me 7 here.
Ooh, 7 is the total. Denver 10. They're a playoff team.
Tougher schedule. Give me 7 here.
Ooh, not a believer. Got it. The Ravens trying to bounce back. 12.
11, JB.
11.
Give me I think they have a tough schedule. Give me 12.
Y'all have tough schedules in the AFC if you finish first. Yeah. Who are they playing this year? Who is the NFC North playing in the
good question.
Right? Because they playing against their guys. I know they playing.
Let me see.
They're gonna play Kansas City and Buffalo, and they're gonna play Houston. They're gonna play those 3 teams.
They play. So their schedule is they got the Bills week 1.
Big game.
That's the night game. That's huge. Then they got the Browns. Then they got Detroit. Then Kansas City. Then they got the Texans, the Rams, Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals, Steelers.
What they put the Dolphins at? Ronnie said they put the Dolphins every year. What are they playing them at Baltimore?
That's at Miami.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't want to go to that.
Then they got Steelers, Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers. So they play the NFC or the NFC North.
Okay. Well, yes, tough schedule. Yeah.
So they got the hardest NFC. Well, one of the harder probably. And then they've got the Bills, the Chiefs, the Texans.
Yeah.
They got a tough schedule.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do.
I got Cleveland at 6. But they got the king in the backfield, so that's why.
Yeah.
And the MVP at quarterback, so.
7, JB.
Ooh.
Cleveland. give me 5.
I keep hearing that Shedeur and Gabriel are playing for that 3rd quarterback spot.
I can't imagine. I feel like they'll get rid of one of the old guys. Or the older. I feel like they'll get rid of Flacco.
They keep it Flacco.
To me, if you're horrible, like you might as well take a shot at one of the two rookies. And Pickett is still young. Like Flacco, who cares? They're still going to lose 6. They're still going to lose a buttload of games.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point in Flacco? It's just like we said with Rodgers, but even worse.
Flacco make get them hot, man. They play
Oh,
well.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
Joey, Pittsburgh.
How many wins you got here, Chris? You didn't say with Cleveland. How many?
5.
5. All right. Pittsburgh. Oh, right now I'm gonna give them 8. Losing season for the first time.
Uh-oh. Standard, Joey.
Standard is a standard. 9.
I knew I could have called that. I could have called that. You gonna give him 9. I knew it.
He can't hate on Tom.
Give him 9 every time. 9.
Give
It's
me
9.
Clockwork. Give me 7 here.
Ooh.
8, 9, 7.
All right, Cincinnati. Offense should be on 1,000. Defense, I don't know, but that offense should get them to 10 wins this year.
11.
Ooh, okay.
Give me 10.
All right, here we go. We on our way. The NFC. Now we are in the division that's gonna suck. Tennessee. I'm gonna give Tennessee 5 wins.
Tennessee. Who?
Tennessee. Who's the quarterback? Cam Ward.
Ward.
Receiver,
That's
Calvin
right.
Ridley. Running back, Tony Pollard. Najee Spears.
5.
I'll go 6 wins here.
Houston. I give Houston, since they in the division, I give them 10. We're gonna have a tough schedule there. They gotta play Buffalo. They gotta play Buffalo, Kansas City, and Baltimore.
They're
Does
going
it pay
one
to
of
win
those.
that division? Huh, Joey?
Maybe 2 of them. 12.
Oh my God.
I'll go.
Is it because of the coach?
They're just gonna put it together, JB.
The defense is pretty good. They got 2 really good ends. Joe Mixon ain't younger.
I
Their
mean,
receiving
really, it
core,
just comes down to
you know-
will Stroud bounce back at all?
They
I mean, he
cut
played
Mitchell.
well. I think he's still there, right?
Oh,
And staying healthy. I mean, remember like Collins got hurt.
yeah.
I mean, that's a big thing. Is
Collins got hurt, man. He was on his way to be wide receiver number 1.
yeah. I mean, we
Yeah.
were talking about he was right there with Chase on as far as the.
Yeah.
Give me 11 wins here.
Alrighty. All right. Indianapolis Colts.
Ugh.
Ooh, Daniel Jones will be the starter by week
Oh
5.
God.
Jeez, I
Good
hope
luck.
for my dynasty
7.
sake.
4,
They
JB.
have talent though. I mean,
4.
they got Downs and Pittman at receiver and Mitchell.
5.
They got a dog at running back at Jonathan Taylor. He's a beast.
Well, they also drafted Warren now.
Exactly. They have talent.
I got 7 here. I mean, it really comes down to Anthony Richardson. If he does anything, if not, then they're just
Jacksonville.
horrible.
Daniel Jones 2.0. New coach.
Dude, oh.
I'm gonna give them 8 wins.
9, JB.
Oh. Give me 7.
7. All right.
All right, here, hold on. You want me to give them, or are we waiting for Buttons for that?
Give me the bets online. We'll see when Buttons puts his stuff in there.
All right, so I'll go.
Buttons already got his
alphabetical order.
stuff written down. Anyway, it don't matter.
Yeah, he's not the type to cheat.
Yeah, he got his stuff written down.
All right, it goes in alphabetical. So I got the Ravens 11.5.
All right, we're close.
Buffalo 11.5.
Close.
again.
Right.
Bengals 9.5.
Okay.
Cleveland 5.5. We're
A little bit
close.
above that.
Denver 9.5.
We're a little bit below that. Okay.
We're within a half, it seems like.
Yeah, yeah, we there.
Texans 9.5. Oh,
Enjoy,
we missed
you
the
enjoy inflated them a little bit.
Colts.
Who? Houston?
Yeah.
Colts 7.5. Joey was just hating.
Yes.
Jacksonville 7.5.
Duval.
Kansas City 11.5.
You're right there.
Raiders 7.5.
You're there.
Chargers 9.5.
Chargers 9.5. We're a little bit higher on the Chargers.
There we go. Dolphins 8.5.
Right there.
Yeah.
Patriots 7.5.
Oh, we right there. DV like 0.2.
Jets 5.5.
Ooh, we're a little higher on the Jets.
We love us some Jets. That's what we're staking our claim on the Jets. Steelers 8.5.
Okay, we there. The standard is
Joey
Standard.
Titans 5.5.
We're right there. We
That's
are
it.
there.
Could be it.
Nice.
So ours is, and we'll see what Buttons comes in. He'll put the Steelers way above. He'll crush our Steelers pick.
Oh yeah.
He'll have them at like 10.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that if he thinks they're going to win the division, that means they're going to have to win at least 11 games. That's going to throw us way off.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh, there we go. Let's see.
You gotta avoid that if Buttons throws that in there.
All right, here's our quarterback tiers right here.
That's the regular. So we're gonna do the same. We'll do the same guys, but in this time it'll be the dynasty version. Joey.
All right, so dynasty version, it has to be 1 through 32, right?
So I think we did like 7 tiers, but we could do last time, right? So this was tiers. So it's the same thing.
I'm doing tiers for dynasty.
Again,
dynasty
they're
tiers.
They're in the dynasty version. So some guys are going to go up or down.
Right.
Are we going to have though? Like, who do we have for Cleveland on there?
For the Browns, we had Flacco.
So do we want to put Shador or Gabriel, like one of those two? Because Flacco, nobody's going to want. Like, he's not even on it. Like, Shador's probably the better dynasty guy, right? I would imagine. Even though he's still lower, but.
Oh, my goodness.
Who else was a question mark? Pittsburgh? Who do we have? Mason Rudolph?
Pittsburgh, and yeah, we got Rudolph for Pittsburgh, and then New Orleans, we had Carr and Shuck.
Yeah, so Shuck would be the guy then right now.
Yeah, I got Shuck there right now.
So do we still want to go Rodgers? Or who we want to go with? Will Howard?
Rudolph.
All right.
And you said
Mason.
Old Mason with the no face mask.
All right, and then so our tiers, what tiers are we going? Dynasty tiers. We doing tiers 1 through what?
Well, we did 1 through 7, but I guess I think that's how we probably did it last time.
We don't have any people in the tier 7. He did 1 through 6.
Okay, 1 through 6 is fine.
All right. All right, in Dynasty. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Dynasty tier, starting with Murray. I give him a tier 2.
Pew, 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 pew.
Still young.
Give me
Pew, pew, pew,
give me 4 for him.
Jeez. That's disrespectful.
He could go 3, but I feel like I mean, I still feel I'm probably hating on some of these guys.
I'm going to go 2.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna have he has like the top tight end in the league and an up and coming wide receiver.
I probably just have like so few guys up top though.
Dang.
And he's got legs.
Yeah.
Maybe
All
I
right.
use them.
Michael Penix right now, 3 because he can't. He's young, but he can't run. I haven't seen him run yet, so I don't know.
I don't know if he is that much of a runner, is he?
Yeah. That's Buttons, man.
Yeah. Buttons have him in 1 probably. Give him I'm also going 4 here.
Dang.
I'm going to go 3 here.
3. Okay.
Man, I might just be a hater.
1 here.
1 for me.
Yeah, Joey. Josh Allen, same thing.
1 for me.
What was a big one? Young. Let's see. I'm gonna give Young till he proves it for a whole year. I'm gonna give him a 3.
Joey wants him at 2 because he just got him. So he thinks if I just throw that out there, that'll push him up.
Joey, on the other dynasty team, he is my quarterback too.
There you go, JB. Get you some of that.
Give me 3 here with him.
All right, Joey said a 2.
2, JB.
Got you, Joey. Got it. All right, Williams. I'm gonna give Williams a 2.
This is a tricky one. Will the news bother him? Will the news bother the team?
I mean, the Chicago Bears have never really had a top-notch QB. He has a chance to go down as the best quarterback they ever had.
How about my boy old Jay Cutler?
There for him.
Chris's man's.
Jay Cutler. I used to ride with
And they brought in Ben Johnson.
Yeah. Yes, they did.
Give me a 2 here.
I'll go 2 as well.
Ooh, you got Bryce. Okay. Joe Burrow. Give me a 1.
I'll go 2 here.
Ooh.
Holy moly, Chris.
I only have 2 guys in my 1 tier. So
wow.
Because the problem is the only issue I have with Burrow, and I have him as my dynasty guy, he just doesn't run. The other 2 give you running stuff.
You don't need to, Chris.
You're throwing 40 touchdowns. You don't need to run.
Yeah, those runs.
Dynasty Flacco gets a 6. Oh, you want to do Sanders?
You want to do Shador? Yeah.
I'm put Sanders. I'm gonna put Gabriel.
Yeah, they're about the same for me.
Is 6 the lowest?
Yes.
6 is the lowest. Yeah.
Okay.
Dynasty. I don't know where they're gonna be. I give them a 5.
I'll go 5 also.
I'll go 5 as well.
All
You
right.
want to see
Prescott,
Buttons.
Dak Prescott, Dynasty. How old is Dak? 31?
Good question.
Dak is probably 31. Yeah.
I'm gonna give Dak a 3 because he's old. Even though he has this year he got a glow up. He's getting more injuries though. If you noticed,
Give me a 4.
that is disrespectful, Chris.
Dakota Scott is 31.
Shame on you, Chris.
You guys have everything is top heavy for you guys. You're not going to have like any 5s or 6s at all. It's just
Dakota Scott is 31. Mr. Dakota Scott is a 2 for me.
Oh, geez. And Dynasty, how many good years he got left, Joey?
That offense, Chris, he's got book receivers. He is going to light it up next year.
Dynasty, I'm giving Knicks a 2.
I'll take 4.
Dang.
I'll see it when I believe it. 3.
Chris hates everybody.
Well, I only got 1. I got 3 guys in tier 2. Or 4 guys in tier 3, and then it goes down. So I only got 6 guys at the top 2 tiers.
Okay. All right. Jared Goff. I gave Dak a 3, Golf is getting a 3 as well.
Yeah, my same. I go Dak a 4. I'll give Golf a 4.
3.
All right. Jordan Love, Mr. off his back foot.
That's
3.
your man's, JB.
I'm gonna go 3 here with him.
2.
Of course. It's a family thing. Until they get until he figure out who that main receiver is, I don't know. He started doing off his back foot. All right, CJ Stroud, down year, I still give him a 2.
I'll go 3 here.
Coming back strong, 2.
Anthony Richardson. Oh my God. I give him a 4.
I'll go 5. I hope he's way better than that, though.
I'll also go 5. He's not going to see the field.
It's gonna be Daniel Jones.
Unfortunately.
Nah, because he can give you way more running ability if they're just
He's a quitter. He's a quitter. He James Harden them.
Yeah, can you get me?
He James Harden them.
I've never seen a quarterback do that because they tired.
Oh my gosh. That's embarrassing.
In their hand the ball for a running play, man. Just stop it. Okay. All right.
So
Trevor
embarrassing.
Lawrence, the golden boy. Daniel Jones, 2.0.
Oh, wow. Goodness.
4. I don't believe in him no more, man. I'm done. I'm done.
I'm a 4 with him.
I'm a 3 with him.
Still, but I bet you Buzz gives like a 2 or 1. How much you want to bet?
Duval.
Mahomes. Oh my God. Chris is not going to rank Patrick Mahomes in his dynasty as a tier 1 QB. This is blasphemy.
I got him down as a 3.
Oh my God.
I mean, right now, how was he last
Get
year?
our show blacklisted.
How was he last year as a fantasy point per game guy? He wasn't even that high last year, even at his right now when he's balling out.
Well, last year he did lose his top receiver. Kelsey was a year older. The Hollywood Brown didn't come and got hurt right as the season started. So he did not have a full complement of
True,
receivers
but I don't
to
even
start.
think he's the fantasy guy anyway. Even I wouldn't even take him with Allen and Lamar anyway. But Burrow, I can't put him with like some of these young guys because he's just not the fantasy guy and he's older.
Got you.
Like
All right.
he's not as good as Burrow or Hurts as far as fantasy goes.
Even though he could one day possibly be the GOAT, you still.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he just doesn't do like as good. Remember Aaron Rodgers was winning those MVPs? He wasn't like a fantasy god. You know what I mean? Like he just wasn't.
If you give me 31 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, you're a fantasy god, man. Stop
But
it.
what I'm saying is like right now, next year, would you take Daniels or you take Mahomes? It just regular fantasy.
For me?
Yeah.
I'm kind of biased, but taking Daniels.
But that's just in regular, not even in dynasty, right? In
regular football? Look at Mahomes. Are you crazy?
I might take. I think it's close to take. Mahomes is good, but the fact that
He's great.
Great.
I'm talking about in fantasy, he's not great anymore.
Okay.
He's not a great fantasy player. He's a good fantasy player. But in dynasty, the age drops off so quick that like he doesn't give you any running. He's not the same guy he was in dynasty or for fantasy anymore.
So right now, if you were say doing a trade and somebody say, okay, I'm giving you Mahomes, what's the offer you even back?
That tier of guy. So I have like in dynasty, I would take Herbert because I think he's way younger. I probably just go younger.
You take any draft picks?
I mean, I would try to get as much as possible, but I would go straight up Herbert for Mahomes. If they said, "Oh, you're saying if I had Mahomes and I was trying to get Herbert, I would definitely take Herbert for Mahomes."
Okay.
I would just try to get younger because I feel like in Dynasty, that's the thing. You're always swinging for the fences.
Yeah, true. All right.
2.
Okay. All right. Smith. Gino gets Dynasty gets a 4.
Give me a 5.
I'll go 4.
How old is he?
Gino.
All right. One thing about Gino though, Chris, you understand, even though he's older, he doesn't have as much tread on the tires.
True.
Remember, he didn't play for like 3 or 4 years. He didn't see the field, even though he was a second-round pick.
Gino's 34.
But how many more years do you think he's got left in him?
About 3.
Yeah, so as a Dynasty guy, if you're talking like, say, Drake May or Gino.
Hey, Drake May.
You're Drake May all day.
Yeah, Drake May's going to be ranked higher than Gino on my list.
Well, who do you got in 4? Oh, Lawrence at 4. You just don't.
I don't believe in Lawrence no more, man. He got some weapons. He might end the year as a 2 or a 6. He has that probability. That's not good. There's too much variance for a top guy. Right? If you're the number 1 pick in the draft, your variance can't be I can finish as high as a 2 and low as a 6.
Yeah.
Herbert, 2, borderline 1.
Here it says on your site, JB, Fantasy Pros.
JB's man's.
Mahomes finished number 10. That's 2 years in a row. He's finished outside the top 7. And it's only going to get worse in Dynasty.
Yeah, okay. So maybe this year is the year he has a comeback. If not, next year, I'll drop him down.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if he ends up being a top 6 or 7 guy, what is he going to be a top 6 or 7 guy in a couple of years? Probably not. I mean,
probably not.
I think he's still. I mean, obviously he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I just don't think he's a fantasy type of guy anymore. He just dumps the ball. He just doesn't go long anymore. It doesn't seem like he just picks you apart. Herbert, I'll go 3 on Herbert.
Jeez.
I'm 3 as well. They're a running team.
Oh, Joey.
They're a running team, JB.
We're getting back to the disrespect.
They're a running team.
As you found out at the end of the year, they start playing their best football when they start throwing it around the yard there, buddy. All right. Matthew Stafford. 5.
Yeah, I'll go 5. Still going to have 2 years. If you need a quarterback to win you right away.
3.
Joey's, either way, Joey's good.
Button said he's finally getting in. I don't know what was that. Oh, I see him. He is hold on, let me open this up. Admit.
He doesn't want to hear my Mahomes. He doesn't want to hear.
Let me stop share for a second, and
he'll
Buttons got going on. See what Buttons got going on there. You got a lot of nerve, Buttons.
Buttons, they could pull something out.
You got a lot of nerve, Buttons.
Yep.
Out there.
They can pull something out. I got something to pull them out of.
Hey, Buttons, you can if you go to your email, you should got a message saying that I shared the tiers with you. Okay. So you can fill in the rest of them as we go down. Okay. You can fill in the top one, and I'm gonna share the
Dynasty, not for
for Dynasty.
This is just Dynasty. We already did the regular. This is Dynasty.
I got you. And
I'm sharing with you I'm gonna share with you the other one we did, which is the AFC over and unders.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mess up our Buffalo pick.
Don't say it, Chris. Let him do it. See what happens.
I already got them written down.
Yeah, that's what JV said. He already.
Already.
I already got them written down.
I said that. I said Buttons has it written down already. Doesn't matter.
He don't
He's
care.
gonna
He
fill
doesn't.
it in the way he has
He
it
doesn't
written down.
care
I'm
about
gonna look at
the. He doesn't let the bookmaker sway him.
Yeah, he's gonna change because of that. I see him up there typing stuff in now.
He's already
Go
going to
Cheers.
town.
All right. So Matthew Stafford, Joey, what you got for Matthew Stafford?
3, JB.
So Buttons on this one, same as we did before. It's 1 through 6, but it's dynasty based on these
Yeah,
tiers.
dynasty based.
Yeah.
All right, Buttons, you got Stafford. You got a what?
I have a 5.
So you can't hate when I have Mahomes at 3.
All right, Matthew.
You
Sorry, we got
you need to be tested tonight.
Let's see.
We already said all Buttons gonna hate that.
All
Oh
right.
my god.
We got Tua. Tua I'm gonna give him a 3.
I'll go with a 4 here.
Disrespectful. Buttons, you missed it. We had CB on that day's his birthday. He turned 54 today.
Oh, all right, nice.
3, JB.
He said he was getting comfortable down there in the basement with you in fantasy baseball.
I have 4.
But you got Mahomes
JB
as
told
a
me that
1.
I need to hit you up
I
too.
do.
He
Chris,
hasn't finished. That's 2 years in a row. He's we just looked 2 years in a row. He's now finished outside of the top 7. He was 10th last year in
And?
Dynasty.
and
All right, Chris, let's finish up, then we can argue about it in a second.
Dynasty is not even worse. It's gonna get worse every
AJ.
year.
hey, Chris,
Well,
hang on.
Crosby-
Do you have Patrick Mahomes in Dynasty League?
I don't want him.
Oh, all right, I got you.
I want somebody young.
McCarthy, he's real young.
He's like 30.
I want someone younger.
Oh my god.
If they're older than 26, they're gone. Actually, I got Burrows, what, like 28, maybe?
Younger.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll take him over my second quarterback of Anthony Richardson.
All right, Chris McCarthy.
McCarthy is, I got 4.
Joey.
5.
Man, no respect for McCarthy.
I'll see it when I believe it.
I'm optimistic. I'll give him a 4.
All right. Drake May. 2.
I'll go 3.
I'll go 2. I believe it.
3.
Shuck.
Oh my goodness.
Who?
Yeah, I'll go 6 here.
What's the highest tier?
7, JB.
6 is the highest. We said 6.
highest?
Joey wants to bump it up.
Oh,
Go
6.
6 is the highest.
Boy, you know,
Who is this freaking guy?
Stop hating on him, Joey.
he's young though, Chris. I don't know. He's a young
Yeah,
kid.
no, he's like 26. He's
kind of like 5. I kind of like 5, but
Tyler Shuck's old.
Who is this freaking guy?
he's 25. I'm gonna give 5.
Bunch on the love. Russell Wilson. 6.
Let's ride.
He's gonna be 26 by the time, almost by the time, like the second weekend.
That you mean?
Oh, we going Wilson or we going Dart? I feel like we should go Dart here.
Don't go Dart.
Going
Dart's
Wilson.
gonna be
I don't know if Dart's gonna play.
Dart's gonna be the third stringer, man.
Dart might not play. He should.
I'll
but he's
go
not.
6 then. Wilson.
Oh,
4, JB.
5.
Now, since this is dynasty football, Justin Fields, I'm going 2. This is fantasy. He signed a 3-year contract, maybe?
I'll go 3 here.
Fields.
New coach.
I mean, pretty much if he sees the field, he's a good fantasy player. That's
Three, JB.
I mean, he has weapons.
He does.
4.
They're all around him, like the Hawks.
10 dropbacks the other day. He was sacked 6 times.
Wait, practice?
Yes.
10
dropbacks, sacked
JB's changing
6
now as we
times.
speak.
Is it his fault? It's the damn O-line. What's going on?
Good question.
Goodness gracious. All right. Jalen Hurts. 1.
Give me 2 here.
2.
Oh my God. 1.
Long as they didn't, if they would have banned the tush push, I gave him a 2, but they didn't ban it, so he's a 1.
JB, you got to put in. It just Joey's doesn't look like. Yeah, there you
He's
go.
a playmaker.
Our buttons, my bad.
All right. Mason Rudolph.
6.
6.
We're not going Rodgers yet, buttons.
5.
Wait, is this with or without the face mask?
I didn't base it off of 6s. I based it off of 5s. So
that's as bad as you can get.
yeah. For me.
San Fran, Brock Purdy signed that gigantic contract. Yeah, give him a 2.
I'll go 3 here.
3.
3.
Big-headed 1. Going to
You got a waterhead.
Yeah. Old pumpkin head.
I gotta give him 4. He reverted back to a pumpkin at the end of the season.
I'll go 5.
Dang.
Struck midnight on him, huh? I'm gonna go
It did.
4. I'll see it when I believe it.
It struck midnight on that guy.
Well, and that team, I think that team's going to be Seattle's not going to be very good. Buttons, Darnold.
Who the hell gave Burrow a 2?
That was me.
My God.
Doesn't run.
Yeah. We got Buttons up here cursing. Chris, you making it mad.
Darnold 5.
I only got 2 1s, and both of them run.
All right. Maker Mayfield. 2, man. He's balling in Tampa Bay. You can't tell me nothing. He's a top 5 QB for fantasy this year.
I'll go with a 3.
A little long in the tooth for Chris there, JB.
No matter.
I'm going to go 3.
Ward, 3.
I'll go 3.
3. If he's that guy.
4.
Oh, Buttons does not think he is.
He is not that guy.
Jalen Daniels, from what I've seen this year, he's a tier 1.
I'll go 2 here.
1, JB. He's that guy. What's taking so long, buddy?
I really do not like Washington that much.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
I have to go 1 here.
There we go. That's done. The dynasty tiers, Buddy's got to do Murray and Penix.
All right, Bryce
And
Young.
Young.
Bryce Young's a 4.
Oh, he's a Bryce Young hater.
Penix. I like Bryce Young actually.
Me too, Buttons.
Penix. Where's Penix? Where's Penix on my list? Oh, Penix is here.
They're like, me too, Buttons. I traded a pick for him. I better like it.
3. All right, I'm good there.
Me too.
All right. All right, Bud, you can go ahead and fill out your AFC over and unders.
Yep.
And I do have a few buy sells for y'all. We buying and selling this week, everybody. Remember, if you're selling, you're not selling. Sell!
Oh,
No!
All right, here we go.
What in the world?
That's
Oh
right.
Oh my God,
I'm watching you
Chris.
out.
we already talked
I'm
about
talking.
Buttons being
Let's put
hate
it out,
on
Buzz. I'll display it when you're done. All right. So, all right. We're talking about dynasty. We're talking about fantasy. So, my question, my first buy and sell are: do these three quarterbacks have a chance to finish in the top 10 in fantasy QBs this year? Buying or selling? Y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Caleb Williams. Buying or selling, him finishing top 10 in fantasy. But
I'm buying.
Wait, who? Caleb Williams, you
Ben
said?
Johnson. Those
Top,
weapons.
top 10 in fantasy?
yes.
Buy.
I will purchase that as well, JB.
Oh, Joey's purchasing.
Chris, you buying, right?
Yeah, I'm buying.
All right, okay. Buying. Drake May.
Are you
top 10 finish?
Are you buying, JB, or is it just for us?
Oh, I'm buying. I'm buying Williams with Ben Johnson. Heck, I'm buying. He could be a top 5.
All right, so what? Drake May.
The Drake.
Sell. I'm selling. Top 10. I don't think he turns the ball over too much.
All right.
JB. You gotta find Wilson. Tell him to sell.
Sell.
Y'all all selling on Drake May. Y'all hate.
Sell.
Too early. Too early.
So y'all hate the Drake.
He's coming.
Drake, JB.
As in the word of Buttons, he's coming.
Covered, huh?
Oh my goodness.
Buttons, I don't know if you saw my message on the text, and me and Chris, we coming in fantasy golf. we like 100. We like there.
You're on the tail. You're on the tail, JB.
He's looking back.
At one point, I was down by like 500 or 600 a couple of weeks ago.
Taxi cab confession.
All right, I'm good. I'm good on AFC East, or I'm good on AFC, JB. Got it.
Okay, I'll pull it up once you're done. All right, so on Drake May, top 10 finish, I'm buying.
Oh,
he can run.
The Drake.
He's sneaky. All right, last one, Justin Fields.
Top 10?
Top 10 finish. 2 years ago, was it what? He was quarterback full time. Chicago, he was quarterback 7.
I'm buying here because I think they at least give him the year out to play. I mean, if he can stay healthy, I'm buying because he runs so much.
There is talent with the Jets. I'm buying. Golly, I can't believe I am, but I am.
I am not sure, fellas, that he makes it all 17 games. So you got to go out there and sell.
There you go, Buttons.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's the question mark. I think.
What are they doing? They're selling.
They're selling, Mortimer.
But I'm actually buying this though. I think Justin Fields can finish inside the top 10 with his legs.
I hope he does.
Me too. Yeah.
You think Buttons because of an injury, or you thinking because he gets pulled?
Injury.
Okay. I wouldn't think they got anyone else there, do they?
Yeah, they don't have anybody else. He's not getting pulled anytime.
We got.
It's going to be the first time in a while where he's not looking over his shoulder.
Yep.
All right. Next one is an MLB question.
Ooh.
Are y'all buying or selling the Detroit Tigers? They have the best record in MLB right now. Are you buying or selling?
Oh, weak division. I'm buying here. I'm buying.
Okay, we're buying the Tigers.
That's crazy.
Buying, JB.
Okay. That's your boy, your pitcher, your boys you got on your fantasy team.
I got him right there.
You got Scooble?
Yes, I do, Buttons. I mistakenly drafted him.
Joey was all bitter that he got him.
Mistakenly drafted him.
Don't sleep on Casey Mize also, because Casey Mize is very good. I'm buying the Tigers.
Okay. I mean, normally teams that have a good record at the time of the year, are usually good the rest of the year. So I'm buying.
Yeah, but
this.
I remember the Orioles. Remember they used to like kill it up till the All-Star break and then just completely fall off the face of the earth to be like horrible. So
The
I think
Orioles, they get down. They say, "Huh, Chris? Did they fire the manager already?"
yeah, and that's who I picked to. I think that I picked
Yeah,
to go to the
I know.
World Series. It looks like I missed that one. Remember that day? I said I'm gonna keep riding that pick.
Here's a buy and sell real close to the heart of CJ Squared. Are you buying or selling Tom Thibodeau getting axed if the Knicks do not come back and win this series? Let's start with you first, Chris.
Nah, I mean they've played two. I'll go sell.
So you saying regardless, Tom is back?
Yeah, I feel like I mean you get
Okay,
it. They
selling that, Joey.
JB,
Oh my God.
I'm buying it.
oh
Unfortunately, I am buying this. It's been put out into the universe. Stephen A. Smith started it.
Oh Lord,
I think it's a bad take on him. Tom Thibodeau's get everything that he can out of the roster, but there are going to be a lot of rabbit ears listening. I am buying.
Buying.
2 years they've improved.
This rabbit right here told me that he has got to go.
Holy moly.
Bye.
You're buying. Wow.
That's rough.
He can't figure out the rotation. He's putting people. He's starting people.
Rotation buttons.
Oh
what
my
they
goodness!
got on the end of that bench?
Have you
What's
seen
down there?
the changes that he made? You think those were good changes?
Which changes are you?
Now talk to Josh Hart. That guy gives his heart and soul
and
out
scores like 4 points.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
terrible
matter.
fouls
He's
buttons.
all over the boards all the time.
He plays. He definitely plays hard, but he's not giving you the box score.
Okay, y'all do realize that was part of his decision too, right? Like Josh Hart kind of talked about that himself.
It was the right move. It was the right move. It was. I'll throw this in there. If he does go, I would love to see one guy coach this team.
The Molder.
Better?
Which Molder?
Yes, a molder, Chris. He molded a dynasty. He started a dynasty. Mark Jackson. I would love to see Mark Jackson coach these Knicks.
That's a bad man.
Listen, Joey. Listen, Buttons. Tom Thibodeau cannot make your Knicks players not turn the ball over.
You are absolutely correct.
100%.
That is not his fault.
You are absolutely correct.
Did you look at the plus minus in the last game?
I have not yet because I didn't do that much of an analysis.
Take a gander.
Plus minus.
I know
Brunson's
who the
plus minus
plus players were. Buttons. Shamit. Cat was +3, if I'm not mistaken.
Brunson's was pretty bad
last game.
Brunson's was bad.
Brunson's was bad. I know that.
Yeah.
And I believe DeLone Wright was actually plus. But he keeps getting steals and keeps turning the ball back over.
Getting a steal and missing layups or
and missing the ball back over. Bring the ball out.
Getting a double-double at half court.
Again, 2 steals and 2 turnovers right there. That's not on Tibbs.
You're watching these games like I am, right? You're watching the cat on the court.
2 years in a row, the Knicks haven't had back-to-back 50-win seasons since when? It's the first time they've been to the conference finals in 25 years. You're going to fire the guy? Good luck with that one.
I completely
buy and sell, just buy and sell. So we're moving on. The last thing we got is, are we starting to see the start of a Thunder dynasty? Are you buying the Thunder dynasty or are you selling it?
Buy.
Oh my
Chris is buying.
God.
Of course he's buying.
They haven't even had one championship.
Oh.
So
you have to sell.
All right, Joey, what about you?
JB, I will be buying this. They have a big 3 that they will be able to keep together. I am buying this.
I will be sell. There's another guy in the division
Yes,
that's going to start having players come down there to join him,
he's coming.
and he's coming.
Yes, he is.
That guy is named Victor
That
Wembanyama.
team is going to get better. That team will win 50 games next year. That team is dangerous.
And if Jason Tatum can ever get back to Jason Tatum, he cannot discount Boston neither. So anyway,
I mean, it's hard to win multiple championships in basketball, NBA.
Boston's got to make some moves though, JB. They're.
I mean, think about did we consider San Antonio a dynasty?
Yes.
Yo, yeah, back in the
They didn't win back-to-back championships once.
Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Dynasty though, right?
Dynasty.
Did we consider Golden State a dynasty? Right? Golden State won.
Did they win Did they win 3 out of 5?
I think
JB?
something like that.
Yes.
I think, but they didn't win anything back-to-back.
Right.
The Spurs didn't. I mean, they won in 99, and then they won like 4 more in the 2000s, but never back-to-back.
San Antonio's coming.
They're coming.
Yes, they are.
Well, the health of one guy is huge.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean,
that's
they stacking the deck right now. They stacking it.
Have they already hired a coach?
They hired the guy that was the intern, I believe.
Okay.
He's gonna be the head coach, and they moving to the front office.
San Antonio's gonna be scared. There's gonna be some big time series between San Antonio
Thunder
and
the Thunder
OKC.
got a chance now. The Thunder has
They
a
do.
chance.
I had to. The Thunder have proved me wrong. I had doubts. Throw those doubts out of the window.
So it's almost time for what we call the Buttons bottom line. I'm sure he has something to rant about tonight.
And by the way, Mitchell Robinson was -20, the worst on the team.
Jeez.
That his first negative of the playoffs.
Oh my goodness.
Buttons didn't mess up the Steelers, Chris. He gave him an 8.
There we go, Buttons. We still stay.
I don't know who the starter is yet.
Okay, good.
He gave Tennessee
He's like,
a 3.
that 8 is pending.
If that starter turns into who I think it is,
We are not revisiting this.
Buttons does not like in the AFC South.
I do
You
not.
think they win 8 with Mason Rudolph?
They'll figure it out. Somehow they'll just figure it out to get 8. I
It's
still think they're under 500, unless they sign the guy that I know hopefully they're going to sign. But
I would think they will.
Buttons, you didn't do what you got for the Chargers, bud? You left it blank.
sorry about that. Chargers 9.
He's not. Wait.
Kansas City. Kansas City. I should have it 10. JB, sorry. Yep.
Oh, you got Kansas City at 10?
Winning the division, Chris. Yes, I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would have thought you would have had it the other way.
Oh yeah, you'd have thought I had him at 15, right, Chris? Yeah.
Well, I know Joey was going to have him over. We
Well,
knew you
that's
would have
that's
the lowest
something-
on Buffalo.
Buttons, they said that Buffalo has a chance right now to finish the season 17-0.
Who said that?
I saw the article. I didn't read it. I can pull it up.
I mean, I might just shift my whole Buttons bottom line right now.
He's like, did Chris write that article? And you're like, you drop down and say it's by me. You're like, oh, never mind.
Buttons, but by the way, Mitchell Robinson, 16 games this postseason. He's plus 22.
Yeah, but Buttons is saying when he went to the starting lineup, now he's asking.
Bingo. Thank you. Yes.
So now you're not asking him to do.
You know, our coach just loves to tinker. Okay. Stop tinkering.
I mean, to me, the problem is OG and Bridges aren't doing what they're paid to do. They're paid to step up. Indiana guys are stepping up.
Buttons, really quick for you give us your Buttons bottom line. How do you feel about the constant fadeaways from a 6'9" guy going to the basket? How do you feel about that? You tell me. You think that's soft play? Or you think that's good fadeaways? Be honest.
He's 6'6", JB.
6'6", 6'9". What's his wingspan?
Long.
Long wingspan.
What's his wingspan, Joey?
Probably 7 feet.
Okay, then yeah, stop. Go ahead, bud.
That's why he can.
He's so, I just never liked the guy. He's just so clunky out there. You see him run, or I guess run, try to run. He's got a banged up knee. I never liked him, ever.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's the problem is
Look, in that game the other day, in that fourth quarter, that was something. But what did he do in the first three?
Talking about Towns of Towns.
Let's talk about Towns.
I'm talking about Towns. That's who you're talking about.
No, we're talking about Bridges.
Oh, forget him. Forget Bridges. I'm done. I'm so done with Bridges.
Bridges
we say fadeaways, that's Bridges.
I thought you were talking about Towns' fadeaways.
We're talking about Towns and his crazy 3-point shots.
Bridges is 6'6".
You know what he took last night, Buns? He got the ball and kind of threw it up there.
Oh, yeah.
And it hit nothing.
Nothing.
He's just trying to get hit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I still feel like OG and Bridges have to play better.
Agreed.
Definitely Bridges. I don't think OG
Brunson has to stop turning the ball over.
I don't think OG played horribly last night. Although
he ended up going
his three was off last night, but
1 of 7 last night.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't know it was that bad, but I knew it was bad.
I mean, the stats wise, he went 22, 4, and 1 with 3 steals. If you give you that, you probably just want a better percentage. But
yeah, I'm okay.
I don't think he killed you last night.
I did not think he killed us last night.
And it's not like he's played horrible. I just feel like if Brunson, the problem is Brunson, we talked about, Brunson keeps getting in foul trouble, which hurts you. Because then that whole thing, their whole lineup is built to play a ton of minutes. And then when he doesn't, it's like who's next man up for them. Where Indiana, next man up, they keep having different guys every night.
I mean, they showed you who the next man up is in that fourth quarter when he was sitting for a while, but
he's just got to be better. Brunson does almost.
I would agree.
Gotta be better.
You're the clutch player. You won clutchest player in the league. And the other guy on the other team is out clutching your behind.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
True.
All right, Buns. Give us the bottom line, buddy.
Appreciate that time again, fellas, where I clearly state what everyone is thinking. How in the heck did Brock Purdy get $265 million with 182 of those million guaranteed? His games and stats seem mediocre to the untrained eye, but not so fast, my friend. Let's dive a little bit deeper, shall we? Since becoming the starter, here are his NFL ranks. Passer rating, 2nd, 106.2. Passing touchdowns, 7th with 62.
Okay.
Yards per pass, 1st with 9. Passing yards per game, 7th, 256.7. Completion percentage, 7th, 67.7. And playoff wins, the most important stat to me, 3rd with 4. Look, here's the Buttons bottom line. Short one this week. Say what you want about the system and the people around him. He has had to deal with a myriad of injuries on that team and still has overcome with solid seasons. He may not be the guy to blow the doors off like Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts, but the 49ers are just fine where they are, and Shanahan, more importantly, has just what he wants without paying top 4 money still to their guy. Out.
What does he rank in payday?
He ranks 5th, JB.
5th, okay. Not top 4.
Correct.
Top 5, okay.
I mean, I think you have to, in this day and age, what are you going to do? You let him walk, then they're right back to finding
Where
another
one?
guy.
Yep.
Where one?
So
all right, Joey. What you got? Getting late early.
JB. Buttons, Chris. The lock
Mm-hmm.
is going to be a little.
Little what? Oh, here we go.
Let me think how to
Okay.
say this.
This is a little bit different.
It's gonna be dart heavy.
Both of my bets are not on a lock type of thing, but one is a lock.
What?
Okay.
My actual lock is plus 28.59.
Wait.
Go with it. Plus 28.59. Let's hear it.
285 or 2859?
58.59. 2,859
That
buttons.
lock.
My lock is.
Lock it in. Let's go. Let's
We're
get
gonna
paid.
go WNBA. It's just one simple bet, Buttons.
Oh my God.
Your reigning, defending WNBA champions, the New York Liberty, at home against the brand new franchise Golden State Valkyries. Liberty minus 18. That's the lock.
That's the only bet. That's a minus 18
Minus
is plus
18.
28.59.
That's it.
What?
Wait, excuse me. Sorry.
But that's impossible.
I sorry. I got it mixed up with my other bet. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
It's actually minus. Sorry, it's not even plus. I got that mixed up. It's
Oh,
minus.
what the heck?
Minus 112.
Minus 112.
Minus 112.
That's the lock.
That's the lock.
He just
It's
said
one- it's one
just
bet.
one game. You don't
18.
even need
The cover the 18.
Cover it.
Our Liberty. All right, got it.
That is correct, Buttons.
Mhm.
It's
So
super.
Liberty minus 18
Yeah.
is still negative 112?
Yes, it is, JB.
Are the
Okay.
Valkyrie trash or what?
They're not
They
good.
won 2 out of their last 3. The Liberty did beat them by 28 the other night.
They're not good.
Joey sees big numbers and he salivates.
Yes, I am, Chris.
All right. Okay. All right. So what's the big boy? Is the big boy 28.59?
The big boy is calmed down a little bit.
Mhm.
It's plus 14.63.
So what did you just came up with a random 28.59? You just
Well, I accidentally had that along with this 4-legger, and I
you combined the two of them.
That's why.
Oh, okay.
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 This-
I got it.
this 4-legger is all about tomorrow night at 8:05 p.m. at Madison Square Garden. in
Oh
Mecca.
my God.
Okay.
Buttons
all
already.
about.
Buttons is out. He's betting the opposite.
Here we
When you
go.
hear this,
man.
Buttons, you may double your bets.
Yeah, okay. Okay, go ahead.
Let's start first.
We're favored.
Of course,
We're favored by the way. We're favored in this game.
as
By
we,
what? 2? Was it
as
2?
we should be.
I thought it was
Minus 2?
4, JB. But
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is somebody okay? Wow.
I'm going Knicks money line anyway.
oh my God.
4.5. Knicks are up.
Number 1, Knicks money line.
Nick's money line. Got
Number
it.
2, Buttons was already crapping on him, but when he scores 25 plus tomorrow night, as in Cat,
Oh my God.
you're gonna be happy, Buttons.
Give it that bum ass knee.
It is a bum knee.
Yeah.
And when I look in that tunnel, I don't see Willis Reed hobbling out.
Wheel him out there.
I don't see Willis Reed hobbling out there. Now,
Guy runs.
the object of a lot of debate this evening, Mikal Bridges,
Oh my goodness.
will make 3 plus 3s tomorrow.
What?
Do they
3
have to be
threes.
fadeaways, or is that optional?
Don't
will
even get me
be-
started, man.
These will be corner 3s, which he was top 5 in the league this past season.
He's not even getting to the corners in these games.
And lastly, Josh Hart,
Now that's my dude.
who had a terrible game 4.
Terrible, you said? Terrible?
Terrible.
Triple-double?
Wow.
Terrible.
Terrible. Wow.
Add in the 5 turnovers buttons because he was throwing that ball to the other team. It's like, where are you?
Old hot potato Hart.
Somebody's got to try to make something happen out there.
Hot potato Hart.
Josh Hart will have 4+ assists tomorrow.
Now we're talking.
Plus 14. I knew you were going to like this, Buttons. You might want to put double on it.
Yeah, I might switch up the money line pick, but we're good.
All right, here we go. So the lock we got. So we going New York heavy tomorrow. New York
heavy, JB.
We got the Liberty minus 18.
Heavy.
At -112.
Heavy.
That's the lock. And then the big boy, we got the Knicks money line. Big hat 25 plus.
You know where I'll be right over there at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock sharp, right over there.
Bridges, 3 threes. And Hart 4 assists.
Game 5 is going to be taken care of.
Hart,
the most hard on the team.
Hart last 10 games over 4 assists 3 times.
Uh-oh.
He better show out. He better show out.
So
I think
let me see. Bridges, what was it? 3 threes, right?
Here's your Joey. Here's your balloons. Here's Chris.
I'll handle that.
You gonna blow some bubbles?
3 threes. He's hit 3 threes or more 2 times in the last 10 games. I mean, there's a reason it's plus whatever.
Well, I hope we get a game 6. A game 6 on Saturday night would be awesome.
Oh, we will.
Okay. And then a game 7 on Monday would be even better. Big game 7. Okay, sitting around waiting for whoever's going to be the whipping boy in the finals.
You're right.
Going to be a whipping boy.
You can get the Knicks right now 28-1 to win.
Seems to be the one team maybe that can match up with all the bodies and how they play. You put Neesmith on Shea, the way the physicality, but Shea probably foul him out in the first quarter.
It ain't gonna work.
I mean, he probably foul him out in the first quarter because Shea, he's the free throw merchant, what they be calling him on the show.
That is a compliment, by the way.
He said, "I love to hear it."
That's a compliment.
When he drives, he grabs that arm and he gets your arm right here.
That is a compliment.
They've been doing a lot of, they've been watching out for that, JB, I feel like, in these playoffs. The grabbing of the arm, too, because, Cat was doing it a couple times.
Yeah. What they don't call a lot of is the straight shove. Did you see when Neesmith just shoved Brunson right in the chest?
Sure did.
And knocked him down?
Sure did.
Yeah.
I seen Siakam do the same thing.
Did one tonight.
They were letting a lot go, too, because I feel like they didn't want Cat to get that third early, because they could have called one on him earlier, too, to get him 3.
Yeah.
He'd have been out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't call on either him or the other guy because they both had 2. I remember that play.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about it. Like, they didn't call that because they didn't want them to both get 3 fouls.
Yeah,
exactly.
NBA, y'all need to just stop it. Foul's a foul.
Mm-hmm.
It's a foul anyway. Guys, I hope y'all enjoy the game tomorrow. I'll be watching that game tomorrow night too.
Of course.
We stack that money up. Finals coming up here soon. Mm-hmm. I appreciate y'all.
Almost there.
Yep. Y'all have a great night, and we'll see you next week, everybody.
All right, fellas. Absolutely.
All right, guys.
Yo says.
Wait, JB. We gotta go next Wednesday. I have to be the DJ of our 8th grade dance next Thursday.
Are you getting paid to do it?
I think I am, JB.
I I knew it. Hold
That
on. Let me
actually,
get my,
that actually works better. Although I still am hosting poker, but I'll try to get on late.
Sorry
like
about that,
tonight.
Buttons.
No, it's
My
all good.
bad.
It's all good. I actually have a vacation coming up though next week, next Thursday. So that actually
Oh, so
does
there
work
you
where
go.
you
out.
going, Buttons? Where we going this time?
Going to Universal for a week, JB. First
Oh,
time going
You
there.
got that. Hold on, but you got that long money. Universal for a week?
Oh my goodness.
You got that. Hold on, you, the whole family going too?
The whole me, the wife, the 2 kids, and my mother-in-law and my father-in-law.
There you
oh
go.
man.
Well,
Loading it up.
they may or may not be assisting in the venture, G.
But yeah,
I'll take it.
y'all out there doing this. Y'all doing the money dance going to
Did you get
Universal.
you know how it has like the 2 parks?
Yeah.
Is this
Oh,
the
we're
one
going
that
to that
has,
new
like,
park.
the-
We're going to that new park, Chris. That new Super Mario World.
Oh,
So I
yes.
saw
It has
somebody the other
different
day was
worlds
like,
there?
somebody was loving on that, but they said it's like not crowded at all. When I
Harry,
wow.
well, they have a restriction now. I think, Chris. So I was told, so that people can enjoy themselves. So they're not like at capacity; they're under capacity. They're doing that on purpose for the rollout. Now, maybe I don't know if that's going to happen when we're there, but we'll
hopefully because there was
I saw
like
a video with a guy.
no line.
Is this the one with the different worlds you can go into?
So
The
like
big
Harry
gate?
Potter,
They
got
just
there,
started it.
maybe. They
But
got
you can
Jurassic
go in
Park.
all of them, right?
They got Simpsons. They got a lot of different things.
You can
Yeah.
go in all of them if you get the pass. It's not just
Yeah.
Mario,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How old are your boys, Buttons?
11 and 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, as long as they can go there and remember it, because I never understand taking kids like 1 and 2 places like this. You never want to know anything about it.
No. Got to
But
remember.
anyway, that
You have a
sounds
great
fun,
time,
man.
Buttons.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean, they're not
will go
like
there.
they're not like crazy, like massive roller coaster rides. They're like it seems like a 7-year-old still would ride them. It seems like.
The 11-year-old is really into roller coasters. He'll ride anything with me. The 7-year-old is a little more hesitant.
Oh, okay. Well, it did, when
A
I
little bit
saw
more
the
conservative.
when I saw the stuff, it wasn't like I mean there were some bigger roller coasters, but it seemed like still a good amount of rides at the
Mm-hmm.
7-year-old. I mean, there's definitely at all those parks. I would say Universal's closer than like Disney to like Kings Dominion and stuff with the parks, but there's still plenty to do. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's in Orlando, right?
Hot. Yeah, it is.
Orlando,
Yeah.
JB. Yeah, we're going down to
It is
Orlando.
freaking hot though.
Yeah.
Wonder what
Have
the
a
weather's
great
gonna
time.
be.
Great time.
Sounds fun, Buttons. I am setting up the episode 161 now. You should see the link here in a little bit, guys, and I will see you guys next week.
Sounds
right,
good.
fellas. Good luck
See ya.
tomorrow night.